Yeah, even if you don't, I will talk about British shows.
No, I meant for the cold opening if you want, like the beginning.
No, ma'am, I'm thinking maybe this could be the cold open. Me right now bickering
I don't
with
know,
you
but I'm
about the
sitting
cold
like
open.
this though.
What, like what?
I don't know my
You,
back.
we are this size, man. We are this size. I can't. I can't see what you mean. No, what?
Yeah, I
What
know.
is
It's
your
no big
difference
deal.
between?
Yeah, I guess so.
How do you normally see? Oh, fuck off. Okay, whatever. Baba, man. All right.
No, that
No,
works
come
if
on.
you want.
All right.
But wait, so what should we do now? I'm confused.
I think let's keep what just happened as a cold open for something. Maybe not this, but yeah, let's whatever you want. I can do.
All right,
Sit in the correct position from now on.
all right. You have everything
which,
ready?
which is like 2 centimeter to the. Okay, let's actually. This is a good place to start, perhaps. So now you're in your correct
Yeah, well,
position,
I
which
was
is
sitting
like
differently,
three
but
millimeters to the right of your previous
it's
position.
very different.
I'm sure this.
Listen, if this channel has any chance of succeeding, I need to be
It's
sitting
because
in
of
this
those three
position.
millimeters.
But man,
No, because yeah, if we cut it out, it's not clear at this point this will be cut out or not. But for people, the discussion we had was quite fun. But he was like, "No, we can't do it because I'm sitting wrongly." What's wrong? What's happening? And he was like, literally just a tiny bit to the side of what he's sitting right now. It was the
it's
most
very important,
ridiculous.
Sam. Okay,
Yeah.
people care about this. But hold on, I brought up this office picture because
Mm,
Dennis mentions that he,
mm.
sorry, Mac mentions on the It's Always Sunny
Dennis,
podcast. No,
Dennis,
Mac,
Dennis, man. I'm sure.
Mac.
Dennis.
No, because Mac came
Bet
up
with
with
you.
the show. How can it be
Okay,
Dennis?
which
Mac
for
says
the
that
for
he.
the for the no, it's Dennis when he says I'm doing he's talking about the first scene they ever did. He said I'm trying to do the awkward thing. And I was heavily influenced by British
True.
Office and Career. So I should have bet with you some dollars or something like
Fine,
that
that
because you were
makes
so
sense.
short.
But man, so right now I just saw on Google, I've never watched the British version. I've watched the American one quite a bit. Not all of it, but I've watched like 70% of it, and I find it
I think you love
funny.
it, British version.
I remember you said you just found it to be too ridiculous. But the British one only did 2 seasons? How can a show become famous with just 2 seasons? Why did they stop? You don't want to answer that question?
Sorry, I just got paused for a second.
Oh,
Well, my friend, I'll have I was saving this for our show, but I have a 3-page rant ready for you why everything British is
this is
superior,
the show.
even
What?
in a small doses. No, when we are doing the watch along, I
All
mean,
right. So
you,
you
yeah,
want to get the watch along going?
yeah. Let's actually, yeah, let's. Okay,
So we're
so we're
watching episode 5
so
here, but I mean it's clear from the title which episode it is. So I mean people know.
yeah. And
So
before we, properly start watching along, it's a podcast and a show on YouTube probably and other platforms if we have time to upload it. And please subscribe and like and all that stuff.
yeah, let
And
us know if
yeah,
you
we
happen to have
just
any useful suggestions.
yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Stop making
So
videos. Okay, not all useful
that's not
suggestions are welcome. Okay.
yeah, yes, but I have to say that suggestion we have heard it before. So just
Nothing new.
just so we know, we are aware that a lot of people suggestion is that not you. Okay. So shall
Yeah.
we give me a 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3, play. At 11:25 on a Friday. What are they up to? Oh, they're not actually drinking. They seem to have they got like some kind of like smoothie or it's a pop.
Well, what's his name? Mac is drinking coffee, and Dennis he says he's
True.
drinking that healthiest stuff.
Yeah, yeah, true,
This
true,
is,
true.
by the way,
I need
I mean, later
subtitles,
on.
man. I need to figure
Oh
this
yeah,
out.
well,
You
Yeah, you
figured
need
it
to
out? You have
figure.
subtitles?
Yeah.
Huh.
The version I downloaded the full season and it had subtitles from a legal source, by the way. Just people. I mean, Iran, fuck you, sue me. But yeah, man, this is. But I think this is the start of what's his name, Dennis, becoming health obsessed, as you know, becoming beauty and health
Yeah.
obsessed, and that increasing as seasons go by. So this episode they have a breaking and entering,
Yeah.
and I think so they have their really, I mean, maybe not, but it was the first time I knew their guest a star, and it's somebody I think who's gonna just come in a second. But I'm sure you knew him too. I don't
He's
know if you
familiar.
remembered.
Where is he from?
Well, let's let him come up
Let me pull
if
him up
people
too.
are
What's his
watching.
name again?
Michael Rose. No, don't pull him up. Don't,
No,
because
really?
he will immediately tell you from where you know him.
Uh,
Michael Rosenbaum. But yeah, he's somewhat famous. You know him from a, I don't know, to be honest, maybe you don't know him as well because it was a show me and another friend were kind of more into. You're generally not into that genre at all, I have to say.
yeah.
Find it too childish.
So should I bring?
Teenagers, you genre, try guess. Yeah. No guesses?
It's a teenager show. I
Nothing?
could be into that. That's why would
Yeah,
that
yeah,
be
yeah,
something
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not into?
No, it's because of another elements. He super.
Oh
Mm.
d-
No, nothing.
no, just say it before 20 minutes of this video pass by and we're just like
We are
making some
just playing
random
Guess Who.
noises.
Come on, man. He's Lex Luthor from Smallville.
Ah, like Smallville, yeah.
See? I know you weren't that much into Smallville, but
Not at
you
all
knew the.
into it. I know Smallville, but
Oh, I thought you watched maybe a couple of episodes or something
yeah, a
because
couple of
you were
episodes
into.
perhaps, but
Oh, okay, all right. Well, he's a really good actor. Actually. Oh, I mean, really good. I mean, as a TV actor, he's been really good. So I really,
it,
and he has a podcast, man. Have you not
oh
seen
yeah,
that?
no, but I like him in this. So what's his name?
Michael Rosenbaum, I believe Rosen. Uh, I'm very bad with, yeah, there Rosenbaum. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like him in this episode of It's Always Sunny though.
But how the hell is he not? By the way, is he leading? He's so good looking, man.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, no, for sure.
Or is it just me? Or,
No, I
no, he's
definitely agree.
he's really good looking. Like,
I mean, especially even in this episode, It's Always Sunny is actually pretty good looking. But I mean, he's supposed to be like a
oh
good
yeah,
looking guy.
he's good looking here, but he's supposed to, the way he's dressed, I think he's supposed to be a bit of a douchebag type thing, right? Like they say
Yeah.
he's a 80s
But man,
stereotype.
sorry, but yeah, these band stickers are everywhere now that they've mentioned this
Oh, the fries
tri-span,
thing.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Bathroom nowadays. I mean, if it was a famouser band, I suppose it would have made more sense. Oh, and they mentioned this is the first appearance of restaurants that they keep going back to, which
Yeah.
has that. I can't wait for the waiter to come in. He's great too. I love that.
Dee looks so out of place though in this scene, like like the
Yeah.
way she's dressed
The
for
way
this
she's eating
restaurant,
bread.
right? Yeah, the breadstick, but just the way she's
I
dressed,
feel,
she looks like she'd be at
I don't
Starbucks,
know.
but the other guy,
The dress, I don't think is too, like, I don't know. I
no,
feel
because
the
it's like a
dress is
t-shirt and
nice.
jeans. I don't know. It's not a t-shirt, but it's like a shirt kind of thing and jeans. Oh my God. Okay, so
Oh,
here's
is
this
it?
guy. So here, this Shelly guy comes to get money from Charlie,
Oh, yeah.
his rent.
The the landlord.
Yeah.
He's the this conversation is the best and most real thing that has ever happened in. I mean, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? Oh,
And
by the way,
Charlie,
did you see his name is Huang or Huang, and it
yeah.
was because he was originally supposed to be Korean character,
Mm.
but then they saw him, and I mean, seriously, this is the landlord. I feel like
Yeah.
of everybody who has ever
It
lived.
is But man, and it's so funny how that story that
The
they said
rice
that,
cakes.
like he forgot that he was in the show or something, and they were gonna
Oh
like
yeah,
cast him
in
for a
some
different
other seasons.
other role.
Oh, the best part was the fact that he showed up on the set
Yeah,
and went up to the creators, and first thing he said, "Where is food?
yeah, I know.
Where is
He
food?"
came to the party. He came to the end of like season party, and they're like, "Where's
Oh
the
yes,
food?"
yeah. Where is food? Where is food? Not where
But
is their
it
food.
makes sense though, like, cause like, I mean, in a way, because maybe he just interacted with Charlie. He just did the scenes, and like, he doesn't know who these other people are, like what this show
Oh
even
yeah,
is.
man. He's a
It's like,
he's
okay,
a
do this
50,
scene,
40
do
year old
that
man.
scene. Yeah,
How Yeah, he's not gonna watch It's Always Sunny.
yeah,
He's a professional actor. He comes in. He did probably one day's work. He wasn't sure. Like he didn't know the people behind the camera were actually the ones in front of camera
yeah.
too, maybe.
Or like
So
even,
yeah, I
and yeah, and
completely.
exactly, and the way that I'm guessing, and movies and shows they shoot stuff, it's like this scene
Yeah,
here,
and
like
2 years
that
later.
scene there, or like, yeah, and
Mm. Oh man, the gun thing. I love how
yeah,
they're immediately. Is that
yeah.
I've I've had held up a gun a few times. I never felt that like really cool, or seriously, I don't get it like at all.
I don't
Have
think it's
you held?
cool. No, I want to say the word cool, but like
No, no,
it,
the way they're excited, or there it's exaggeration, but
yeah. But they're shooting and stuff. You're having like a little bit of fun. Like, that's the thing. And even in their podcasts, when they talk about guns, it's just that it gets a bit weird only because in America there's like this convoluted way that, like, as soon as they
sorry,
talk
sorry,
about
sorry, Charlie just held the gun, and
yeah,
just
no,
his shift is just so
yeah, because he
sudden
was
and
super
so good.
against the gun, right?
As soon as
Yeah,
he holds the gun, he said, "Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh!" It's just so good, so
But
good.
that's the
Sorry, sorry,
thing,
I
man.
cut you.
Just because a gun
In
is
America.
fun or you can go hunting and stuff, none of these have anything to do with like everyone having a gun and like protecting yourself at home and all this. So it's just like this weird way that, like, in America the conversation always goes down and it just becomes this whole thing
Well,
of like,
to be
oh,
honest,
gun
no, I
safety and
mean
all this.
that's a whole different. We'll get to that conversation as well. But I was just making the point. I never found real guns to be that
Mm.
cool. In fact, it's kind of like I don't know. I have a very Lacanian view. The idea Lacanian desire, that you desire something, but as soon as you get it,
Mm.
it's not as good as you like. It's not as good as you dreamt of it. And I always had that with museums,
Mm.
like famous structures and guns. It's just I much prefer toy guns. They're like they're really nice, really realistic toy guns, man, and you can hold them, and they're not as heavy as real guns, and you can it's
Yeah.
safe. You can put them anywhere in your house without worrying about something to happen, and they look much better. Actually, they look a lot better than some real gun. So I just
I
that's
don't
what
know.
I
This
meant. I
handgun in
never.
this show looked kind of cool. I mean, I guess, and like, sure, it'd be fun shooting in. It's like, some kind
I
of
can
other
show you
game or
today.
toy.
The other day, I went with my nephew. I bought him a gun. It was much cooler than this. It was toy, but it was. It's so. Anyway, but yeah. What are they doing now? What is that? Oh,
So
now
yeah,
Charlie's
Charlie had just
taking the
taken
gun.
the gun and just hanging out with it like
Yeah,
on his
I
back,
got
just
the
holding the
gun.
gun on the
I got
phone.
the
I love that phone,
gun.
man. Jesus Christ, those
Oh
phones
yeah,
are everything. The wireless, like home
I
phones.
know, I know. I know. My uncle had the
Panasonic, a white
exactly, yeah,
Panasonic.
Panasonic. He had the black one. He had the
Oh,
black Panasonic. Exactly this. Well, it looked from far.
yeah.
Maybe it was a bit more rounded, but yeah, I love this, man. They disappeared completely. I
Oh
mean, in
yeah.
Iran, people use similar technology, but but it's not like this. Everything looks like a mobile phone now, pretty
I
much.
see. Yeah, I have a house phone and it looks like kind of a mobile phone. The telecom company gave it to us for free. They gave the number for free. And the only reason I got it is because I activated
Because
once,
of
like,
internet.
yeah, exactly. But once my wife was like really needed my help in the middle of the night, and of course my phone's always on silent. She was stuck at customs in Brazil. She gave me to
Oh,
send a photo.
Jesus.
So after that, I was like, okay, we'll just get the house phone and don't give the number to absolutely anyone. Like literally, my parents maybe have in my phone. So in case, so if it ever rings, it means like
Emergency.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so wait, just give it
Do
to
you
you
know
for
how
free now.
do you know how does the ring sound like? Yeah,
I think
oh yeah,
last year
nobody.
someone I think accidentally got like there was like a wrong number. I actually haven't even
Oh yeah.
looked at it in a while. That's
Man,
how much.
to be honest, even my mobile phone just like it's except like people like who I'm in for shopping or stuff.
Yeah,
It's just I never have any like everybody messages everybody. I feel like these
for
days.
sure.
Just
But I
I
never
love
like
how. By the way,
yeah.
do you think this is strategy? I don't understand how does this strategy work that if you show a gun to your landlord.
Well, he'll know that you
Oh,
can shoot
sorry,
him.
I think there was a delay there.
Well, he know. Well, you know that you can shoot them. What do you mean? That you have a gun,
Well, you call the police.
huh? But you're allowed. I
I
mean,
know, but you call the police. It's
yeah,
not like
okay.
when you want to kick when you want to kick
Yeah,
somebody
I
out
guess,
of
but I'm
your
saying
the
somewhere
flat
else.
you
Yeah, fine.
rented.
In this context, I get it. I thought you meant like in any context, if someone shows a gun, you're like, so what?
Oh no, no, no. In this no, if it's like somebody trying to rob you, I understand. I understand what guns are. I'm an idiot. By the way, I must say I like to these music box jukeboxes. Do you
Mhm.
ever use them when you go to a bar? Do you ever go play me? I in UK they used to have one
Yeah,
sometimes. I never
definitely.
tried them.
I haven't seen one in Europe forever. When I was in Canada, I remember seeing one, but did somebody use it? Did they ever use it? No.
Just
But
like it's you go pick songs, right? You put
yeah, you put money
money
and you
in it.
pick the song that you want. That's a good. That was the first real democratic system when it came to music. I like that. They should just do that
Democratic.
again. I'll
But
just
I
go.
just like to point out our other show is, just at least nominally like a leftist sort of show. So I love how the system that you pay for music is to you the most
It's
democratic.
cheap, okay?
It's
Anyone you
great.
can. If you're at a bar having a drink, you have a quarter or a dollar or how much it is to play a song.
What about those underclass who only afford the beer but not the music? Do they not deserve their own music? They should band
Enjoy.
together and play one song.
Yeah.
Oh,
But so you were
did
right about the fact that it was Office and Dennis, I guess. But apparently they were inspired as well by, or at least Dennis was a bit by Curb Your Enthusiasm. One of my
Yeah, I
favorite
think
shows.
to be honest, I mean, besides that, I do think I said this before. I genuinely think It's Always Sunny is a spiritual successor to
Mm,
Seinfeld. So is Curb Your
yeah.
Enthusiasm in many ways, and I think there is a lot of, I mean, either consciously or subconsciously. I don't know what
Yeah.
you. I think there's a lot of similarities. I would say I prefer It's Always Sunny a bit more.
He's holding the gun. I mean,
This
Mac, the shit that he does with guns and martial arts has to be one of the funniest
oh,
things I've
martial
seen.
arts, man. When they start the protein shake, but yeah, sorry, just sorry, I was just saying, I think It's Always Sunny is a slightly more on the fantastical and Looney
Mm,
Tunes side of things, of like they can do anything and nothing happens to them type thing. It's much more exaggerated
yeah.
universe than Enthusiasm, I feel, and
Oh, for
that makes
sure.
me like it a bit more. Like
I had a big
it's
Curb Your
yeah.
Enthusiasm obsession a couple years ago. So
I still love it. I
no, I
love Curb Your
still.
Enthusiasm. Not like
I mean, season
I have
10
to
is
say,
fantastic. The COVID season is eh. I mean, there's only COVID in the first episode, but yeah, the last season was eh. But I think the next one will
uh,
be really good.
I have to say, you put a picture from my favorite guest, one of their like Ted Danson. I love Ted
The whole
Danson
Ted
so much.
Danson thing, it's one of the
Yeah, the
funnier.
rivalry. No,
I love. There's one
what's his
part where
name? I think he
Cheryl
did
says
he
like,
pass away?
"Huh? No, 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 no. He hasn't. I
Sorry,
highly
go
doubt
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
No,
No, not
there's
Ted
one
Danson.
part where
Another the guy with who's
oh,
their
the other guy
mutual friend.
passed away. No, the other guy has cancer, I believe. I don't think he
He
passed
passed
away.
away in real life?
I don't think he's passed away, or maybe he has. But the
He's
last season, he was too sick
amazing.
to be in it often. No, he's really good too.
He's amazing, and he was in what's
Yeah.
his name? Arrested Development and all these. I always forget his
Yeah,
name, but
no
he's so
worries.
sorry. But go ahead. You were
No, I
saying
was just gonna say there's this one
about
scene where like it's after that Cheryl and Larry had
mm,
broken up, like a while
mm,
after. And they're sitting
uh,
at like his manager's house, and his wife, the manager's wife, he's like, "Oh my God, Ted Danson's the best actor, and oh my God, he's so funny. I can't think of anybody who's that funny." And Larry's just sitting there, he's like, "Really?
mm, really
No
no
one?
one.
Oh, by the way, D is her sister. I completely forgot. D's Cheryl's sister in what's it called?
Really?
Yeah, man, in what's its
Oh,
name?
in
In
the
Curb Your
yeah,
Enthusiasm,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought
And
in real
I
life.
and Larry actually season 10 and stuff hooks up with her.
Hooks up.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
I haven't
season
seen that.
10.
Don't tell me this is. Oh, don't! I haven't seen season 10. I told you, season 9. So I've seen up to season 9. But yeah, man, I have to say Cheryl is my least favorite character. Can you just like I love Ted Danson, but it's
Yeah.
just that like
Man, did you hear? Was it in
oh
episode
God,
5 that they do the whole Keanu Reeves thing
yeah,
in It's
Keanu
Always
Reeves.
Sunny podcast?
I
It's
think
too
it's
good.
Keanu Reeves. He's so but Glenn is so right. Just
Yeah.
anybody have you've seen Point Break, haven't you? No?
Maybe, or like maybe, kind of, maybe.
Okay, we are doing a movie watch along shows as well. We should put that in the list. It's one of the funniest 90s movies. It's just filled with amazing characters. One of the main one is Johnny Utah, who's like, "What?" It's every scene he's like,
Yeah.
"What? What?" And it's just so
But
Keanu.
you know what?
Keanu is
Dennis made a
yeah.
very good point about him. And like I guess it's
Mm,
even in acting, this is something that's real. He's like Keanu Reeves is like in a way somehow a likable guy. So even when he's playing a movie, you kind of like cheer for him
want him
and you
to
kind of
succeed. Yeah.
like him and succeed. And that I was like, wow, imagine
Man,
even in
I think
acting, that's a thing where you have to act. So it all
you're
comes down
hiding
with
the
how
lead.
you're born.
Yeah, you're hiding the lead. It's not they don't they say something more specific. It's a good face, man. And they say Tina Fey apparently said 99% of acting is a good face. I don't know about 99, but I 100% agree. I think it's just good. Being good looking is
Yeah.
just as
Look at him as a
like
young guy. God damn.
oh yeah, and he man, look, he hasn't aged. The mother look that picture is from like 2 years ago. It's like
No.
no difference. Like he got what's the difference? What's the goddamn difference? Tell me. Like he got a bit thinner.
He
That's
got a
like
beard, and actually, you
also
know what? Longer hair makes you look older. So you're right. If he probably cut his hair and
yeah, he
shaved,
got his
he would look the same.
Oh, by the way, this part they just shot Charlie, and he's like, gonna Glenn is like, I'm gonna call an ambulance, and he's like, come on, man, we take it to your car with your car, and he's like, but the leather on the car is gonna okay, it's
But
so
that's,
good.
man, that's a typical gun kind of lesson, right? Like you get it for protection, but you end up shooting like a friend or like a loved one or someone in your house.
But
And that's
that
what
no,
happens
that's
there,
first
right?
of no,
Yeah,
no,
that's what
that's but
happens there.
that's
Charlie walks in and they think it's a burglar and accidentally they shoot
yeah, but
Charlie.
that's not a typical like
That's
that.
a
You have
typical
one
talking
of
point.
your
That's a typical talking point. What they
oh no
say,
no
people who have guns in
accidental
their
shooting.
house
Yeah, yeah,
are
but
less
typical
safe because
cases.
it actually leads to accidental shooting rather than you shooting the bad guy
Yes, yes.
from up there when they walk in. You're like, hey, take 2 more steps,
I'm sorry.
buddy,
No, I
and
don't
you're
appreciate
toast.
your tone. I don't appreciate this mockery of gun
Everybody turns
rights,
into
frankly.
commando Sunday, 3 a.m.
Not a commando man, but no, no. But most typical cases are children like picking from unlocked
Yeah.
drawer. You know that type of thing. It's not one of your friends or one of your family members trying to steal money from you to scam the insurance
Not
company.
steal,
Which,
you
by the way,
could.
the bar is not even insured. But I would say no, man. I do think that's a really stupid way of I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that argument of I think if I lived in America where guns are legal,
In
I would
some
want to have a
states
gun.
and places.
But no, guns are
It's not
legal
everywhere. Like I
everywhere in
don't think
America.
in New York.
Concealed.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know
no,
if
in
New
New
York
York
you
it's
can.
legal too. It's concealed.
But
Carrying
someone living in a
concealed
New
weapons
York
is illegal.
apartment, are they allowed to have like a handgun?
Yes, of course, it's their Second Amendment right.
Yeah.
They can't carry it concealed
Yeah.
in around the
Yeah.
city, that type of thing. Yeah, but yeah, of course it's there. Yeah. So yeah, I think if you live in like country where guns are wide, legal or illegal, widespread available to people, I would want to have a gun.
I
You
mean, I
know,
just
it's
don't
more
think it
of
would
a,
make any difference in like your safety or
oh yeah,
life or
it would.
anything. So if
It
you
would.
like to have a gun and have fun with it, that I would
It would make
understand.
a
But
huge difference. It would make a huge difference, I think.
yeah.
If you're not an idiot. If you're an idiot, it would also make a huge difference because you probably end up shooting a family member
So
with it.
what would you do?
But if
Let's
you're
say
not,
you're in the US
you
and
put it,
where would you keep your gun?
I would put it in a safety box next to my
Uh,
bed
okay,
with the
okay, okay.
lock.
See, I see.
That's, it's very,
S-
it's not that,
So where would that key be? Or like it's like a lock where you
no
have like a
code. It has,
code.
man,
Tell
safety
the guy
boxes have
one
codes now.
second, stay right there by the door while I
No.
honey, can you turn the light
Safety
on? Honey,
boxes.
can you turn the light on? Okay, thank you.
I'm not married
Okay.
like you. So,
Okay, hold on, let me load
me.
the gun. 2 more minutes, I'm ready to go. I said two
Load?
more
What?
minutes.
No,
Oh, it's
the
loaded.
gun is
You're
loaded. The gun is loaded in a safety box. You put a 3-digit code. It
oh,
opens up.
three
You take the
digits.
gun out. Yes,
Man,
that's
let
it.
me tell you a better way to be safe. You get a small dog that barks at anything
Oh,
that whenever someone
that's
approaches
great.
door,
That's great too. Yeah,
and then you get
that's
a
better.
baseball bat. So the dog warns you, and as soon as the robber comes in, hit them with the baseball
Maybe
bat in the
no,
head.
with the bat and knife and stuff. I've
And the
always been
dog.
told that unlike a dog, I think is the best, especially if you have a garden. I think in an apartment, man, I again like unless it's I still don't animals in apartments. I don't even feel like cats should be in apartments. So that's my thing. But I would agree, dogs are amazing. But with bats and knives, I always feel like you need to have. I don't think I have enough like a strength. Like I feel like there's a good chance. It's not like movies, you know, you put like you beat like as soon as you put somebody in the head, they're gonna fall asleep or something, you know. So that's my fear. But by the way, I would say personally, if I was in America and I had the safety box next to my bed with this digital thing and all that, I wouldn't use live ammo. I would use what's it called? Rubber bullets.
Mm,
Extremely painful, you know, but it's still, you know,
yeah.
help people. But you're right. If you can get a dog, that's much. You know, try that. Or you know, if you can, to be honest, besides all of that, I would say like I would want to say my main thing for safety would be surveillance. Putting cameras up in itself, I think, is a big sort of puts
Perhaps.
a couple of thieves, you know, off.
But the interesting
Sorry, this
thing is
devolved
safety
into
really doesn't have
security talks
anything
with
with
Cam and
any of these kind of things in a way. Because places where you
well,
put a lot of security or where you put surveillance, that means you're probably in an unsafe place.
yeah.
Whereas you can be somewhere where you don't do any of these things and you end up being safe, which
Or no,
I don't know
actually,
what's
to be
the
honest, in
moral
my
of the
experience,
story, but
the safest places on earth seem to have the most security as well. Like, you know, like
you
all
know,
the rich people living
Switzerland's
next to each
relatively
other.
safe. There's not that much security, but yes, some places that's true.
Yeah, I would say no. I mean, each country
Yeah.
is a bit different,
And some places they
but
have
look at
security which are useless. Like in Dubai, they have security. I mean,
exactly
a
Dubai.
cat
I was
could
gonna
put
exactly
them in a
mention that.
headlock. I'm pretty sure. Like, I could just get like a street cat and
Oh,
it would take care of.
useless.
Yeah, useless.
Yeah. As in that sense, yes. No. I meant as in I think it's mostly for less show as well, like for rich people's feeling to feel safe because like yeah, exactly. It's just some of the rich places I go, they're like miles away from any poor person.
Mm.
If the poor person could even have enough calories to get there, like you know, and they put so much security up, and you're like, oh, chill the fuck out. And you see it with man, like especially with rich old people, like they lock up their houses as if like you know everybody's in the world is like after their shitty
I
like
agree with you
watches and so.
there.
So yeah, I think there's a bit of that too. Yeah, no, but I would say it's just weird to me that live. It's just so weird to me to live in a country with that much gun, and so many laws that kind of relaxed with you being killed with a gun and you not having a gun. It feels like a unilateral disarmament. You know, it's really weird to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't.
And again, I would argue it would make a
Then
difference
again,
with safety.
this was
But
a It's
anyway.
Always Sunny podcast.